In this Baldur's Gate spell guide, I'm going to show you some of the best cleric spells from level 1 all the way up to level 12 and show you some of these spells in action so you can see the type of spells you can unlock. Best spell guide, but I'm just showing you some of the top spells that I've used with this class in case you're wondering what type of spells you can get later on in your specific cleric build. So let's jump into this Baldur's Gate 3 guide and I will show you some of the coolest spells and essentially best spells that you can use with this class. Now I am currently level 1 and I only have 2 spell slots, so I'm not going to be able to actually show you all of them, but I'll explain to you what some of these do because they are really cool. Now, 2 of my favorites are the Guiding Bolt. This one is very good, and then also the Inflict Wounds is good. So Inflict Wounds does 3 to 30 damage, and this one does 4 to 24 damage. We also have one called Bless. Bless up to 3 creatures. They gain a 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws. So you can put this onto your companions. And then we get Healing Word, which is another spell that you could use. And this is very self-explanatory. You can heal people, creatures that you can see. But I'm mainly going to focus on damage spells in this video. And then we have Burning Hands, which is very good. This essentially, what it does is it shoots out a wave of flames. But what I'll do right now is I will show you one of my favorite spells here at level 1. This is it here, the Guiding Bolt. And it actually does quite a lot of damage on enemies most of the time. But these are the ones that you are going to get at level 1. Alright, so now I have some more level 1 slots and I can actually show you these 2 as well. But I've also unlocked some level 2 spells, so I will show you this. Here is the Burning Hands. So that's what that does. It's very devastating to enemies. And this one we can't do because we don't actually have a target. But let me show you some more of these other spells that we have now unlocked. And I'll explain to you what they are. So Aid is very good. Heal your allies and increase their hit point maximum by 5. And then we have this one here. Hold a human. Can't move, act, or react. Attacks within 3 meters are always a critical hit. And this lasts for 10 turns. Now, this one is also a very good one. Heal all allies, you can see. So it really depends with the cleric. You can either set it up as a healing class, which I do most of the time, or like a healing class, half damage class, or full damage class if you like. It's always good just to have some healing abilities within the class. And then Spiritual Weapon is very good as well. I do use this, not a lot, but I do use this sometimes. Summons a floating weapon that attacks your enemies alongside you. Now, these are my 2 favorites that I've just unlocked. Scorching Ray is good. Very good. So you shoot 3 rays of fire. Each ray deals 2 to 12 fire damage. Shall show you that real quick. Very good, that one. And then this one here, Flaming Sphere, summons a flaming sphere that damages nearby enemies and objects. You can move this. It emits a bright light. I'll show you this once we unlock some more spell slots, but this is a very good one as well. Alright guys, I'm now max level 12 and I have a lot of spells. Now I'm not going to be able to show you every single one, but I will go over some of the best spells for this class. And I obviously am not showing you every single spell, but these are the spells that I've been using for this build. So we'll start at level 6 spells. This is called Harm, and you reduce a target's maximum hit points, but never below 1. This is a good one that I use with this specific class. I obviously can't show you this because we don't have a target, but that's what it looks like there. And then we also have Heal, which heal a target's wounds and remove blindness and any diseases. So this is quite helpful because, I don't know, it annoys me in this game. I do get blinded quite a bit. I do get a lot of blindness, so this comes in handy. So that is the 2 level 6 spells that I run. If we go to level 5 here, I've just got these level 1s here just because I had to fill in the spot. But these are 4 of my favorite level 5 of my favorite level 5s. I can't show you them all, but I'll show you some of my favorite ones here. We have Insect Plague, and it gives us this huge. The reason I like this one here, it gives us this massive radius. We can do a plague of insects. So look, it's very good. So if you've got a big group of enemies, very good spell. Now we also have, we can actually only do 2. This is a good one. So I wonder if I should do that one or this one. I'll do the Flame Strike. I like this one. This also has another very good radius, and I can show you here. So we have a circle of fire there. And then we also have these other ones, poison a target and possibly afflict them with a disease of your choice. And then we have this one here, which is called Destructive Wave, and we create a shock wave, and it does quite a bit of damage, 10 to 60. So now let's look at some of these other spells, these level 4 spells, and I'm actually only running three or four of them. So freedom of movement, snap an ally out of any stun, difficult terrain, can't slow them down, and they can't be magically paralyzed or restrained. This is a good one. This one here, protect a creature from death. The next time damage would reduce it to 0 hit points. It remains conscious with 1 hit point left. So essentially you don't have to bring them back up. They will stay up with 1 hit point. I don't use this class, but I do use it sometimes. This is a very good one, Wall of Fire. I can actually show you this. So you click one end and then you drag it out to another and it will do a wall of fire right there. So if you've got enemies lined up or something like that, you can go and destroy all of those enemies. So that's really good. Now this one here is very cool as well. We can actually summon a guardian. We don't have enough space. Let me just move. Okay. We have a guardian that will fight for us, the Guardian of Faith. So this is a lovely spell as well. I use that quite a lot. This is always in my class setup for the cleric, for a cleric build. And now we can get into some of these other ones, these level 3s here. So that fire looks really cool. So we have this Glyph of Warding. I'll kind of explain this to you, I think. So if you give a circle of arcane glyphs on the ground, when stepped on by an enemy, the selected magical effect will trigger. So you have these elemental effects with this. So we have acid, right? 5 to 40 damage. We have 5 to 40 damage cold. We have this one here where the glyphs emit a dust of wind that pushes back everyone within range when stepped on by an enemy. This isn't an elemental damage, this is controlling the enemies, you can push them back. This one here is fire, this one here is lightning, this one here is sleep. It emits a shooting magic that puts anyone within range to sleep when stepped on by an enemy. And then we have the thunder damage one as well. So as you know, you can examine an enemy and you will know if a specific elemental damage is you can either damage them more or they are resistant to that. So that's why we have different types of elemental damage. But I'll do, I think this is cold real quick. And we can do level 3 or level 4. So level 4 will give us obviously more damage. We can actually use the level 4 one here because we can. And so anyone that goes within that will, in fact, get damaged. And then we also have another health one, Mass Healing Word. And then we have this one, Spirit Guardians, which is very good. Call forth spirits to protect you. Nearby enemies take 3 to 24 radiant damage or 3 to 24 neurotic damage per turn. And their movement speed is halved. So this is very good. How many spell we could put this on? So now that will be on me, and these spirits that go around, and anyone, so we can actually pick the type of damage if we wanted. I actually forgot to show you. But now enemies that come in within this range will be damaged. Then we have this as well, which is just a giant fireball. Big fireball there. And then we have this. Enchant an item to shine like the sun, or summons a sphere of sunlight that dispels the darkness around it. So this one is very good as well. I don't use it very much though, that one. And then we have these level 2 ones that I've already showed you. Right, I did forget these ones. I think level 6, I think I forgot these. So we got Hero's Feast. We can actually do one, but I'll show you this. Here. You and anyone around can't be poisoned, diseased, or frightened. Your HP increases, and you make wisdom saves with advantage. And this lasts until your next long rest. So you can have this on all the time. But this one is very cool. Blade Barrier, 6 to 60 damage. Summons a wall of razor sharp blades that turn an area into difficult terrain. I'll show you that real quick. So it's like the fire one. You can pretty much do I'll try to do it here. You can do a wall of spikes here. There we go. So that's super cool. Blade barrier. Wow, wow, it's just like a bunch of spares, right? So that is that one there. So these are some of the coolest spells that you can have with the Cleric class if you're just wondering what you get later on in the game as you level up. I hope you enjoyed this Baldur's Gate 3 spell guide video. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, tap that notification bell, smash that like button, and I'll see you then.